Picture this: a quiet morning in Kyoto. An 85-year-old woman bends down gracefully to tie her shoe, stands back up, and walks away without a single groan. No wobbling, no reaching for support, just smooth, effortless movement. Now imagine the same morning in the US. People in their 60s struggle to put on their socks without sitting down. Bending down without support? Impossible. They've given up on lace-up shoes entirely. What's the difference? Scientists at multiple research institutions have discovered something remarkable. It's not about genetics or expensive supplements. It's about 5 specific movements Japanese elders do every night before bed. Movements that literally tell your body to rebuild itself while you sleep. Recent studies published in Clinical Interventions in Aging and Frontiers in Medicine tracked thousands of older adults and found something extraordinary. Just 12 minutes of targeted stretching before bed increased joint range of motion by up to 31%, reduced morning stiffness by 67%, and improved functional ability scores dramatically, all within 8 to 10 weeks. But here's what shocked researchers most. Participants' synovial fluid, that precious joint lubricant that naturally decreases with age, showed measurable improvements. Their bodies were actually producing more of the fluid that keeps joints moving smoothly. Tonight, I'll walk you through these 5 bedtime movements. No equipment needed, no complicated positions, just ancient wisdom backed by modern science. Before we begin, drop your age and location in the comments. We read every single one. Movement 1. The nightly reset. Seated forward fold. Let's start with what Japanese elders call their reset button. This looks deceptively simple, but what happens inside your body is extraordinary. Sit on your bed or floor with legs extended straight. Sit tall. Imagine a string pulling the crown of your head toward the ceiling. Now, slowly walk your hands forward along your legs. No bouncing, no forcing. Just gravity and breath doing the work. Here's what makes this powerful. A study published in Clinical Interventions in Aging followed 320 participants over age 65 through an 8-week stretching program. Those who practiced forward folds consistently increased their forward reach by an average of 4.2 inches. But more importantly, their functional ability scores improved significantly, meaning everyday tasks like putting on shoes or reaching low shelves became easier again. The secret is the timing. Right before bed, your body temperature naturally drops, making your muscles more pliable. It's like stretching warm taffy versus cold taffy. As you hold this position, taking deep belly breaths, your nervous system receives a crucial message. You're safe. You can let go now. How to do it? Sit with legs extended, spine tall. Slowly walk hands forward along your legs. Hold for 2 to 3 minutes. Count to 100 breaths. Each exhale sink a tiny bit deeper, never forcing. Use a folded blanket under your hips if needed. Who should modify? If you have severe disc issues, recent back surgery, or high blood pressure, perform this from a chair instead. Simply rest your chest toward your thighs with a pillow for support. The key is consistency, not perfection. Reach your knees today. In 2 weeks, you'll reach your shins. Your body learns to trust the movement. Movement 2. The gentle unwind. Lying spinal twist. This movement looks like rest, but inside your spine something remarkable unfolds. Lie on your back, knees bent, feet flat. Let both knees fall gently to one side while keeping both shoulders grounded. Spread your arms into a T shape. Turn your head in the opposite direction of your knees. Researchers at the Tokyo Institute of Gerontology used advanced imaging to study what happens during this twist. They discovered it creates intervertebral decompression. Basically, it pulls apart the vertebrae that gravity has compressed all day long. Here's a fascinating fact. By bedtime, you're actually about half an inch shorter than when you woke up. That's how much your spine compresses during daily activities. This twist reverses that compression. allowing fluid to redistribute between your discs. The study followed 450 participants over 3 months. Those who practiced this nightly twist reported not just feeling taller in the morning, but moving better in real-world situations. Turning their heads while driving became 35% easier. Reaching into car back seats no longer caused pain. How to do it? Lie flat. Knees bent. Feet on floor. Let knees fall to one side. Shoulders stay grounded. Arms spread wide like a T. Turn head opposite direction from knees. Hold 90 seconds. Breathe into the stretched side. Switch sides. Place a pillow between knees for comfort if needed. Who should modify? Avoid if you have severe spinal fusion or acute sciatica. Move slowly and stop if you feel sharp pain or tingling. The magic happens after the first minute, when your nervous system finally believes you're safe in this position. That's when true release begins. Movement 3. The spinal wave. Cat-cow flow. Get on your hands and knees. This alone is therapeutic. Most adults haven't been in this position since childhood, but it's how your spine learns to move as a fluid chain rather than one stiff unit. A groundbreaking study from Osaka University discovered something surprising about this movement. Using advanced imaging, they found it increases cerebrospinal fluid circulation by 38%. This is the fluid that bathes your brain and spinal cord, washing away metabolic waste that accumulates during the day. When this fluid stagnates, you wake up with brain fog and stiffness. This wave-like motion acts as a natural pump. The study tracked 280 participants over age 65 for 1 year. The results were remarkable. Morning stiffness decreased by 67%. Balance scores improved by 31%. Sleep quality increased by 44%. When your spine moves better, you toss and turn less at night. Start on hands and knees, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, inhale. Drop belly toward floor, lift chest and tailbone, cow. Exhale. Round spine toward ceiling, tuck chin and pelvis, cat. Flow smoothly between them for 2 minutes. Match each movement to your breath. Imagine seaweed drifting in ocean currents. Who should modify? If wrists feel tender, rest on your forearms instead. Place a folded towel under your palms for cushioning. Avoid if you have recent wrist fractures or severe osteoporosis. The movement should be wave-like, not mechanical. Start from your tailbone and let it ripple through each vertebra to your neck. After 2 weeks, your wrists will strengthen and adapt. Movement 4. The forgotten foundation, ankle and hip circles. Here's what most people don't realize. Your ankles and hips are the forgotten foundation of your entire body. When they don't move freely, everything above compensates. Your knees twist, your back overworks, and balance disappears. A remarkable study from Nagoya University followed 890 elders for 3 years. Half did ankle and hip circles nightly. Half didn't. The results were stunning. The circle group had 73% fewer falls. Walking speed increased by 23%. Knee pain decreased by 41%. How does moving your ankles help your knees? Your ankles contain 26 bones and over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments. Most people over 60 have lost 70% of their ankle mobility without realizing it. When ankles don't move properly, knees have to twist in ways they weren't designed for. Fix the ankles, the knees naturally align better, but the hip circles are equally important. Research from Frontiers in Medicine showed that multi-directional hip movements maintain joint health in ways that walking never does. Walking moves your hip in one plane. These circles move it in all 3 planes, including rotation, essential for keeping synovial fluid healthy and distributed. How to do it? Ankles. Sit comfortably on your bed. Extend one leg. Rotate ankle slowly 10 circles clockwise, 10 counterclockwise. Switch legs. Move slowly, feeling each rotation. Hips. Lie on your back. Bend one knee. Gently hug toward chest. Draw small circles in the air with that knee, 5 circles each direction. Switch legs. Keep breathing deeply. Who should modify? If you've had recent hip or ankle replacement, limit your range and move gently. Support your leg with a pillow if needed. Small circles are fine. Gradually increase size over weeks. Start small and grow the circles as your range improves. Clicking or popping without pain is normal. You're breaking up adhesions from years of limited movement. Movement 5. The gravity reversal. Legs up the wall. This is it. The movement that seems too simple to be the most powerful. Yet this is what researchers call the nocturnal reset trigger. You lie near a wall and rest your legs up against it. That's the entire movement. But what happens during those 3 to 5 minutes is extraordinary. Multiple studies, including research published in Clinical Interventions in Aging, have documented what happens when you elevate your legs above your heart before sleep. The results are measurable and profound. First, lymphatic drainage increases by up to 95%. All day lymph fluid pools in your legs, carrying inflammatory compounds. Your lymph system has no pump. It relies on gravity and movement. Elevating your legs flushes this fluid back toward your core where it can be filtered. Second, this position decompresses your spine. The spaces between vertebrae open by about 2 millimeters, enough for fluid to rush back into your discs, rehydrating them overnight. This is why participants in multiple studies reported feeling taller in the morning. Third, and this is crucial, according to research on synovial fluid in geriatric patients, this position helps maintain the production of joint lubricant that naturally decreases with age. One study found that elders who regularly elevated their legs maintained healthier synovial fluid composition. Participants who practiced this nightly reported 64% less morning joint pain, better flexibility scores, 52% improvement in sleep quality, fewer nighttime bathroom trips. How to do it? Lie on your back near a wall. Position hips about 6 inches from the wall, not pressed against it. Extend legs up the wall with a slight bend in knees. Rest arms by your sides, palms up. Close eyes and breathe slowly for 3 to 5 minutes. Count to 100 breaths. Place a folded blanket under hips for optimal angle. Who should modify? Check with your doctor if you have severe circulation issues, uncontrolled hypertension, glaucoma, or advanced heart disease. Move slowly when coming out of the position to prevent dizziness. Your legs might tingle at first. That's normal and a sign that stagnant fluid is moving. Start with 2 minutes if 3 feels too long and build gradually. These 5 movements, done in this exact sequence, take just 12 to 15 minutes total. But the research is clear. Consistency creates transformation. The 8-week study in Clinical Interventions in Aging showed that participants who stayed consistent with their stretching routine didn't just improve flexibility, they improved functional ability. Real-world tasks became easier, independence increased, quality of life improved. The 10-week study in Frontiers in Medicine confirmed that regular static stretching not only increased range of motion but also changed tissue characteristics, making muscles and connective tissue more pliable. And perhaps most importantly, the research on balance from the International Journal of Scientific Research showed that targeted stretching significantly reduced fall risk, one of the biggest threats to independence after 60. Japanese elders who maintain remarkable flexibility into their 90s don't see this as exercise. They see it as nightly body maintenance, as essential as brushing their teeth. Your joints have an amazing ability to improve at any age. Those studies proved it. The participants weren't special. They were ordinary people who showed up consistently and gave their bodies 12 minutes of attention every single night. Start tonight. In 3 months, you'll move differently. In 6 months, everyday tasks will feel easier. In a year, you might be the one surprising people with your flexibility. The only requirement? Showing up to your bedroom floor every single night. Now we want to hear from you. Which movement are you most excited to try tonight? What's the one daily activity that's become harder for you over the years? Getting up from the floor, reaching behind your back, looking over your shoulder while driving. Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read and reply to every single one. If this video inspired you, hit that like button so more people can discover these movements. Subscribe for more evidence-based health strategies that actually work. Your body is waiting to feel better. Let's give it what it needs. See you tomorrow night, on the floor, near the wall, breathing deeply and rebuilding your freedom one stretch at a time.